Fantastic day to one and all, wherever you are in the world. I hope you're having a fantastic day. But I'm going to talk about stress today because I can't talk about it enough because it seems like we're living in a stressful time. It's the modern age, it's a hustle and bustle, it's a rat race, and a lot of people are under stress. So if you listen to me, I think I can reduce your stress because if you're under stress, typically it's your fault. And I'm going to go, I made a little list of things that stress people, and I'm going to tell you my opinion on how you can reduce that stress. And it's up to you, because if you let something stress you, you let it. And I call it a disease. You know what a disease is? It's dis-ease. Are you at ease when you're under stress? No. So I'm going to talk about a couple of things. If you want stress, and some people thrive on stress, I don't know, that's just their makeup. Watch the news. Oh, it's got lots of stressful things. Hurricanes coming, tornadoes coming, World War III is coming. Everything's sold. I mean, news is an entertainment program for one. It has commercials and it makes money, and people love the news. I don't know. I think you should not. If you're stressed by watching the news, stop watching the news. Do you really need to know how many people died today? How many disasters there were in the world? How many train wrecks and car wrecks and plane wrecks and killings? I don't think so. I hope not. But some people like that shit, and that's why they have the news. And they tried the Good News Network once, and it didn't work. Fell on its ass. So now they end each webcast or each broadcast with a tinge of good news. I love it. Just throw in a little tinge at the end. Let you leave feeling really, really fantastic. Sit back and relax. We're going to talk about a lot of stressful things. Politics. That's next up. My goodness, we lose friends. We lose family members over politics. Very stressful. Can you really change what's going to happen? Can you really change who's going to win the next presidency in America? No, you can vote and you can go out and help other people vote for your side and the other side, but like typically it's 50-50 and someone wins by a small margin, like last election in America. I don't like talking politics. On my new show, the Complete Guide to Kindness, I will talk politics, business, religion, all the great subjects that people love. I don't know. I like to talk about kindness, positivity, love, harmony, and a better world. But this particular episode, we're going to go through stress, which is a bit negative. I got to admit. And there's 32 wars going on right now, and there's lots of conflicts and killings and bombings and very stressful situation. If you're in those war zones, my suggestion to reduce the stress, leave. I hitchhiked around the world at 17 without a dime in my pocket. You put your thumb out, some nice person's going to pick you up. There are some bad people that might pick you up, but typically good people, fantastic people will pick you up because you need a ride. That's why you're hitchhiking. Oh, hitchhiking. Hitchhike through dozens and dozens of countries. And I still hitchhike. I love hitchhiking. Relationships. Are you living in a stressful relationship? Well, I know it's easier said than done, but leave it. When you stress someone, like as a young teenager, oh, he's not calling, you're stressing that he's not calling. Well, that kind of puts out negative emotions. When you're fearful of something happening, that's like dogs smell fear. You're afraid of a dog, which is ridiculous. They're nice animals. They'll smell that fear and they'll attack it. It's just their nature. Have no fear. Fear is false expectations appearing real. So you can change relationships. You really can. Not so easy sometimes, but you got to remember that you come first. Your happiness comes first. As they say on an airplane, if the oxygen mask drops, put it on first, then help others. Because how can you make your significant other happy or your kids happy if you're not happy? So if you listen to Dr. Fantastic, you will find a route to happiness because it's all up here. Like Henry Ford said, if you think you can be happy or you think you can't, you're right. I mean, come on, people. It's all up here. The mind is an incredible thing, and it's great. It's a great tool, but very few people use it to their advantage. And I'm doing this for your advantage, not for my advantage. I'm talking to an inanimate object right now. I have no idea how many people are going to listen. Most of my ambassadors, over 9,600 of them, 600 of them are too busy working to watch my podcast. And they heard me say this before, so they don't need to hear it again. But a lot of people need reminding on to be kind. Okay. Traffic. Do you stress traffic? I'm from Los Angeles. The 405 freeway has 12 lanes of traffic. And that's just one freeway. They have dozens of freeways in Los Angeles. And people are screaming and yelling and honking, especially in Cairo, they honk like crazy. I think they just like honking their horn there to let everyone know they're alive. But if you're stressing traffic, that tells me you didn't leave with plenty of time to get there. I'd rather be an hour early than a minute late. Great business dictum is show up an hour early to work and leave an hour later. Watch you get promotions. Watch you be more successful in life. And if you're the employer, you want that from your employees, right? You don't want people showing up late and leaving early. What kind of business is that? So that's some business advice. I'm not sure if you can hear the rain in the background, but it's pouring down. Rain last night was torrential. Does it bother me? No. Is it bothering you? Hopefully not, because if you let something bother you, you let it. Like there's a guy who lives in my condo complex here, and I'm right next door to a big school, it's a college, and they play lots of instruments, and they play it very loudly, and it drives him crazy. He says, I can't concentrate with all that noise. So he has to go down to the local bar. Doesn't bother me in the least. Crying babies on airplanes don't bother me in the least. If you let something bother you, you let it bother you. Don't let it bother you. Ignore it. Focus on something different. Think positively. The baby's crying because she's upset. The poor thing. These kids are having fun playing music. Let them have fun. Let them play it. So, so the traffic. Let me get back to traffic. When you show up late to a meeting, you're unaccountable for your action, and you're disrespectful to the person that you're meeting. Show up late, you're stressed, maybe sweating. Sometimes you're out of breath because you're running. It's your fault you're late. You can blame it on everyone and everything. That's life, by the way. Everybody blames everybody and everything except themselves. So that's a bad habit. Get into blame. I hate the word blame. That should be another 4-letter word along with stress. Stress should be a 4-letter word. At any rate, so when you show up early, you can relax, compose, read a book, write a song, do some texting, some phone calling, relax. And then you go into the meeting, refresh. Don't be late, people. It's very stressful. Stress will kill you. It killed my mother. Because worrying is the same thing as stress. Fear. You're afraid of flying? That's ridiculous. More people die in automobile accidents than plane crashes. Fear is false expectations appearing real. We're taught fear. Unfortunately, our parents were amateurs, of course. We're all amateurs till we have a kid. After 6 kids, you make less mistakes. But we were raised by amateurs, who the same situation, who were raised by amateurs, who were raised by amateurs. So it's generation upon generation upon generation of amateurs doing the best they can. We make mistakes. I made mistakes. You're making mistakes. After about 6 kids, you make less mistakes, not 0 mistakes, less mistakes. Fear. Don't tell children not to touch the flame of a candle. Don't tell them that, because you're instilling fear in them. You're going to burn yourself. Okay, let them touch the flame. They're going to burn themselves slightly because they're going to pull their hand back quickly, and they won't do it again. But they're not going to have fear. They're going to realize that the candle is hot, and then maybe don't touch it again. That's not fear. That's just knowledge. And then the mother will say, if you don't get married by 30, you'll be an old hag. Now you got the fear of, oh my God, I'm 29 and a half, I'm not married yet. And all this fear, because what idiocy that the parents teach you. Don't go to school, you'll be a failure. I drove one of my 100 careers. I drove limousines. The most fun job ever. It was just fantastic. I do things that amuse me, by the way, not for money. And I met this guy, and he had an entourage of 6 people. It was a big stretch limousine. And he plays video games. And he's an expert playing video games. And people pay him tens of thousands of dollars. And sponsors pay hundreds of thousands of dollars to watch him play a video game. Did he listen to his parents? Thankfully not. Guy who rides a skateboard. What is his name? Tony something or other. He's a multi-millionaire because he's a great skateboarder. Do what you want to do it well, someone will pay you for it. But don't listen to your parents. I'm sorry, parents. I mean, this doesn't go for everybody, but knowledge is great. Going to school is great, but it's free. People don't respect free. Free, it's called it's called Google. Google has the answers to everything you ever wanted to know. Free. But no, people want to pay tens of thousands or hundreds of thousands of dollars for an education. Met a guy once, and he was going to his first job interview as a doctor, as a surgeon, neurosurgeon, I think it was. And I said, wow, just out of curiosity, because I'm so curious. I want to know everything about everything. I said, how much did it cost you? His education was $549,000. So as soon as he graduates, he got to go to work to pay off that debt, which is a loan. I got a theory about that. You should put 6,000 to 10,000 on top of that loan for after you graduate, so you can travel the world to see the world before you can hunker down and work the rest of your life to pay off the debt. So I've got some solutions. I really feel I can solve your problem and the world's problems if you allow me. And just watching my shows can't do that. I had a radio show in Los Angeles, a TV show in Belize. I have a podcast now, and I've got this Be Fantastic channel that has over 2,000 videos, all positive, typically. Maybe not today's. But fear is detrimental to your health and happiness. Don't be afraid of anything. Do not be afraid of anything. I'm not afraid of anything. I'll tackle anything. I love challenges because I don't see the negative in failing. And I'm going to talk about failing in a minute. That's down on my list. That's way down there. Flying. I think you talked about that earlier. Are you afraid of flying? I love flying. My first solo flight, I pull back, and it was like the most thrilling, one of my top 5 experiences in life, to be up in the air by yourself, flying. And did I have fear about landing? No, because I did it before. I may have some trepidation. I may have some concern, but I didn't have the fear. You have the fear of crashing, you're going to crash. You have the fear of falling, you're going to fall. You have the fear of failing, you're going to fail. Jeez. So don't be afraid to fly. It's a great way to. And you got people up in the air in a comfortable seat with a drink in their hand, and then there's a little disturbance on the television that they're watching, and they're complaining. Are you kidding me? You're flying across country in 5 hours in comfort with a drink and food, and you're complaining that the TV's not working. People, get a clue. Stop complaining about everything. Realize what you have. You have more than most people in the world. Believe me, I'm sure you do. Money. Okay. Are you stressing money? Well, did you buy something that you really can't afford, but you wanted it? So you go into debt. Now you have to stress paying it, the mortgage or the fancy car. I just saw 2 Ferraris on the road here. You don't see too many Ferraris in Antigua. Are you stressing that payment? You caused it. You caused it. So did you buy the Ferrari for yourself? Hopefully. Did you buy the big mansions for yourself and family? Hopefully. But sometimes you buy things to impress others. Fancy clothes, a nose job, a wig, to impress others because you want people to like you. We all want to be liked, but people take it as rejection if someone doesn't like you. Some guys like really, really big women. Some guys like little skinny women with small breasts. Everyone's different. When someone doesn't like you or love you, don't take it as rejection. It's just you're not their cup of tea. Don't stress it. You'll find someone. Love yourself. You'll find someone. Trust me. Love yourself. Walk with pride. Stretch your big fat ass if you got one. Stretch your tiny little ass if you got one. Be proud of yourself. Love yourself. It's the first commitment of the 3 commitments to kindness. Be kind to yourself. Love every part of yourself, accept as you are. Think positive. Listen to Dr. Fantastic. Am I getting through to you? If you're still listening this far, you're pretty fantastic. I tell you, I have a comedy routine now because I got to put some comedy in it so people won't just listen to kindness. I call it the insanity of humanity. And it is pretty insane what's going on in the world. Is the noise bothering you? Don't let it. Focus on my words. Stop thinking about all the rain coming down. I love when it rains. I love when it's thundering and lightning. And when it's just raining without thunder and lightning, I'm like, yeah, pussy. Where's the real storm? I want to hear thunder and lightning and not devastation. I like thunder and lightning. Okay. Well, I got looks. What do I mean by looks? Are you stressful by the way you look? Women who get confidence in themselves and go out without makeup, that's fantastic. You gotta put on, my foster father would always say, before you marry a girl, give her a good bath, wash off the makeup, take off the push-up bra and the spandex and everything, see what happens in the bathtub. Because typically, I remember there's one text I got. It was long, 30 years ago. You never forget it. And it showed 16 women that, quite frankly, were ugly. I mean, there's a thing called ugly, sorry, but people know what ugly is. And they were butt ugly, these 16 women. 16 women. And of course, they weren't smiling, which makes them look uglier. And they were wearing, ratty clothes, which made them look even uglier. Then the same 16 women with full makeup, the push-up bra, the nice, beautiful clothes, the hairdo, lots of makeup. They were stunning. They were total foxes. Now, if I could wear makeup, I'd probably be good looking myself. But you got to be happy with how you look. I'm bald. I can't do anything about it. Well, I can get hair plugs. I had this one guy that had a line of hair plugs like this, like 30 of them. That's all I can afford. And it went back like this. So he had 16 strands of black hair put across. Please accept as you are, love as you are. Women love bald guys. And in fact, young guys shave their heads because it's cool to be bald. Dwayne Johnson, good looking, he's not a young man, but he's a middle-aged man, but he looks fantastic bald. I can't imagine him with hair. Of course, I think I've seen him with hair before he had it. But don't put on pretense for other people and be honest in a relationship. I fart. Everybody farts. Are you going to fart in your first date? If you're really true to yourself, you tell your girl, excuse me, but I got to lay a fart out. That's funny. She's going to laugh. Women laugh is fantastic. Women will fall in love with you if you make them laugh. I can tell you those kind of stories. Don't be so concerned what other people think about you, because their opinion about you is an agenda for them. Your parents' opinion, I want you to be a doctor, not for you, for them. I want to say I have a son who's a doctor. I was pretty proud. My son was the top tennis player in the world, played all the Grand Slams. I was proud. But anyway, I get sidetracked a lot. If you've been listening to my videos, I get sidetracked a lot. I got a lot to say. What can I think? Okay, that went right into what others think. My next thing on the line was what others think. Looks are what other people think. What do you care? I mean, I always tell my wife, they're like, well, in the world today, and 100 people say you're a loser, you're an ugly loser. I'm going to come back home and say, what are the odds that I ran into 100 wrong people? I mean, I used to say that. She used to say I'm from a different planet because the way I don't think like normal humans. And I thought it was a put down at the time. But it turns out it's a compliment. Because my last girlfriend, she told me I'm from Pleiades, however the hell you say it. And so maybe I am, maybe I'm not, I don't know. But I know that I'm here to save the planet. And with your help, and you're forwarding this video, watching it, hitting like, subscribing, it will help the global kindness revolution. It's a kindness revolution. We must be kind. 2 words that will save the planet and your soul. Being kind. We don't go to war. We don't fight. We don't lie. We don't steal. We don't cheat. Those vices that humans do. If you're kind. Okay, so kind people don't lie, steal, cheat, fight, or kill. But if you must lie next to someone that you love. If you must cheat death. If you must steal away from bad company. If you must fight tyranny. And if you must kill a bad habit. A little saying of mine, you might have heard it before. Okay, a lot of people are stressed when they're having their first baby, or their second baby, or their 10th baby. It's such a natural occurrence. Since I was born, 6 billion people had babies. 6 billion, I did the math. They had them in taxis, in alleys, in treetops. I mean, they had them all over the place. And if you're stressing, that your kid's not going to come out well. They're not going to have all the fingers and toes that he's supposed to have. That stress is inherent, is passed on to the child in your womb, women. And even the men thinking stressful things out loud, the baby hears everything. We're computers and we record everything from conception to death. Whether you can recall it, that's the problem I have. I knew Ronald Reagan and he recalled everything. He had total recall till he had no recall, which is called Alzheimer's. And I wish I had half recall. I'd be happy with half recall. That's why I had a long marriage, 30 years, because I couldn't remember the problems. I couldn't remember the bad things I did. She remembered everything, though. Having a baby is such a natural thing. Know it's going to come out right. It's called manifestation. Know it's going to be beautiful and healthy and happy and live a wonderful life and not get hit by cars and all the things that we worry about. Stop worrying. Know it's going to happen. Manifestation works. Failing, I think I talked about that earlier. Failing is first attempt in learning. If you're not willing to fail, you're a loser because that means you're not trying. You've got to go out there and fail. Keep trying. Did you ever learn how to ride a bike? Did you succeed the first time? No, you probably fell down, scraped up your knee, cried, okay. Well, you finally got back up and again and again and again and again. Now you're riding a bike and it's fun. Skiing the same way. We crash and burn in skiing. Driving a car, I've crashed a bunch of cars. Do I stop driving cars? No, I still drive cars and I'm a pretty good driver unless I'm drinking, and you shouldn't drink and drive. That's stressful because you think you're going to get pulled over by the cops. And if you're stressing something that you're doing illegally, that's really bad. Because I knew a guy, he was a cocaine dealer, and he had a kilo of cocaine in his boots. Now he got pulled over. Now, does the cop know he has a kilo in his boots? No, but he knows it. So he's stressing. He's probably sweating. Oh my God. He sees it in my eyes, and people do see things in your eyes, by the way. So he gets pulled over. Whoa, 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 why are you pulling me over? He's all nervous. And the cop's saying, what are you so nervous about? Your license plate was expired or whatever, And so finally they searched him, found the key, and he went to jail because he was stressed. I haven't been to jail yet, but am I stressed by going to it? No, I'm going to look forward to going to jail. What a great experience that must be. Because you learn how to be a criminal when you go to jail. I'm just joking. I have a sixth sense of humor. You might not imagine that. Okay, failing. Failing is so ridiculous. I could go on much longer on all these topics, by the way. I'm just giving you the cream of the crop. Talk about time. Are you stressing time? Yes, you are. You're living by the clock. You're stressing because you're getting older. I'm old. I'm not stressing it. I'm still kicking. I'm still healthy. All the things I've done for my body and all the horrible things, I'm still alive. It's a miracle. Don't stress age, because age is a matter of mind over matter. If you don't mind, it doesn't matter. And I don't mind because I feel like I'm 26. I know I look 30, but I feel 26. Actually, I've been saying that a long time. At 17, I hitchhiked around the world, as I told you earlier, and I couldn't be 17 because what I was doing, people wouldn't buy. And they wouldn't hire me if I was 17 either. So I became 26. They didn't have computers back then. So I became 26. I thought it was a nice ripe age. People respect 26-year-olds. They got a little bit, they probably went to college, which I did. I told them I did. I was a graduate of UCLA. Now, is it a lie? Yes, I'm sorry. I did lie a few times in my life, but I always delivered. I always delivered. Because whatever job you get hired for, even if you say you have a college degree, they're going to show you how they want it done their way. And I was an electrical engineer for the largest tire retreader in Iowa on my first leg of my journey around the world. As a 17-year-old, but they didn't know I was 17 because they don't have computers. They couldn't check. So I did the job for a month. I don't think they ever sent away because if you're doing the job, why are they going to check up on you? And I have confidence to do anything. Having confidence to do anything, guess what? You can do anything. If I can travel the world for the last 5 years on pretty much zero money, not zero money, but I mean very, very, very little money. And I ate noodles at times. Sometimes I'll eat noodles here so I can feed the locals. They never stress it. I think I skipped a part here. Losing things. Did I come up? Oh no, that's coming up. Losing things. Anyways, so time, stressing time. Stupid. All these things are stupid to do because you're letting those things happen to you. Leave early. You won't stress time. Enjoy whatever age you're at. I love 24 because it was 2 dozen. I love numbers. I love 25 because it was quarter of a century. I loved 50 because it's half a century, and I never was bothered by a birthday or age. Well, one, because I never turned 21 or 18 because I was 26, as I told you. Time leads right into age. Age was the next one. You're letting age stress you. Man, that's a big mistake. You can't change the past. Matter of fact, all these things I talked about is the past. You can't change that. You can hope for the great future, but thinking and stressing the past, that's ridiculous. All we have is today, to this moment in our time, in our history, in evolution. Enjoy it. It's so short. Too many people don't realize the importance of a day till they hit retirement. Are you stressing retirement? My wife was stressing retirement, but we're not gonna have money for retirement. Well, that's why I gave her all the money. It might have been a mistake 5 years ago. I gave her all the money because I know she needed it. Now she can live comfortably the rest of her life. Me, I'll make it. I'll do something. I don't need money. I don't need a yacht anymore. I don't need all the trappings of money because it buys you a lot of nice shit with a lot of fake friends. So having less money, I travel the world talking about happiness. What makes you happy? People think winning the lottery is going to make them happy. 70% of the people regretted winning the lottery. They think getting rich and famous is going to make them happy. No, I know a lot of famous people. They're holed up in their mansions. Most gorgeous women in the world can't even get a date because they're famous and they can't go out and to a bar or do a regular party and be regular people. You want to be a regular person, by the way. I'm a regular person. I don't want fame. I hope this is our little secret, the Be Fantastic philosophy. Because I certainly don't want to work 8 to 5. I lay in the back on my porch, on my swing, just relaxing during the day. Not on Sundays, not on Saturdays, on Wednesdays and Tuesdays and Thursdays and Fridays. I have a fantastic life because I made it this way. You can make it this way. I know you got a girl pregnant, so you have a responsibility, but you caused that stress. The stress of having to make money for the rest of your life for the kid, right? You have to be accountable for your actions, whether it's littering or getting someone pregnant or whatever you do. Be accountable for your actions. Think about your actions. So age, again, I think you get wiser with age, and hopefully you get wiser with age. Losing things, I like this one. Okay, I lost my wallet in Egypt. It's just money and a driver's license and credit cards. It didn't bother me though. I lost my passport on another occasion. Didn't bother me. I wasn't planning on going anywhere because I didn't have money to leave town. So it was, a few months later, I got a new passport. Went to Cairo, 6-hour trip, fun trip. I looked at everything as fun. I got to go to Cairo eventually, get my passport. The bus ride, not too much money. I'm going to have fun. I'm going to meet new people. I'm going to Be Fantastic to more ambassadors. And I had the most fun time. And I made videos of me having fun around the world, which I hope you've been enjoying. So losing things. I think I lost my GoPro, a couple GoPros on planes. I lost my virginity once. I'm never going to lose my sense of humor, though. I hope you think that's funny. So if you lost it, you can't do anything about it. Oh, a good example. A girl the other day lost her Instagram. She's a semi-celebrity, and she's stressed, pulling her hair out, miserable that she did something wrong, and she lost her Instagram account. Now, 3 days later, she gets it back. But for those 3 days, she was miserable. As she listened to me, and just knowing it's going to come back, you'll figure it away, talk to some people, relax, breathe. You're going to get your Instagram back. It's all going to be fine. People are comforting you. They're saying, it's going to be all right. It's going to be all right. It is. It's all going to be all right. It's all going to work out. Because everything in life happens as it should, when it should. Everything is fate. And I knew she was going to get it back. And unfortunately, she didn't too nervous to even talk to me. But her boyfriend or fiance told me later on, she got it back. And I said, now, had she listened to me, she'd have 3 beautiful days to relax. Just relax. I lost 200 plus WhatsApp accounts, years of work when I was in, another thing I lost in Egypt. I said, it's meant to be. Those WhatsApp accounts are still floating around. And hopefully people are sharing the information they hear, but I'm not in them because I lost them. I got another couple hundred again. I've got over 700 WhatsApp accounts. And every day I put out a motivational quote. Always positive, nothing negative, no politics, religion, or business. So losing things. Um, the other day, this elderly lady at the park, she said she couldn't find her bicycle. She's too old. She's 86, so she uses the bike to get around. And she did. Where did she go? She went someplace, locked her bike, and couldn't find her bike. She had to go to the police station, and they finally eventually lost her bike. And she was, I'm sure, stressed. You ever? I told her that my experience of losing a vehicle was in Los Angeles. They have these mega malls, and if you're not smart enough to write down where you parked, you can wait till 2 in the morning before all the cars left to find it because it's 5 levels or 10 levels of parking. So be smart. Write down where you parked your car. Write down a lot of stuff. Oh, today I left a condo without my keys again. And I locked myself out. I don't lock my front door. Don't tell anyone, but because I trust the world. And I'm outside the front gate, and I'm thinking, okay, I'm not stressed. Okay, someone will come up, and 5 minutes later, someone comes up. I wasn't stressed at all. I just forgot my keys, and it happens. I forget a lot of things. I'm very forgetful. Yeah, don't be upset that I forgot to call you because it's not easy remembering 9,625 people. I'm hoping people will call me at least for advice or just to say hello or say I liked your video. I do get some likes, that's kind of nice. So that's losing thing. And then we get back to looks, which ties into what other people think. And that thing is called rejection. You get rejected from the job. You didn't have enough experience, maybe. Not personal, maybe they didn't like your looks and it is personal. I don't know. But rejection, don't take it personally. Again, I can't be upset that a younger girl in the 30s or 40s, which I don't like those ages, doesn't like me because they see me as an old man. They don't realize I'm not an old man. I just kind of look like an old man. So I don't take it as rejection. They don't like bald guys, maybe. Maybe they don't like white guys. Maybe they like black or Asian or Indian or girls at that point. A girl rejects you. Guys, there's a few guys. A girl rejects you, and you take it as rejection. She might like girls. It's not rejection. Again, you're not their cup of tea. So I think I covered a few subjects on stress. It should be a 4-letter word. Delete it from your life. It will kill you. It'll cause you ulcers. We're very sensitive beings. We're sensitive to words. We're sensitive to emotions. Stress is the most negative thing you can do. Get rid of negative thinking, rid of negative people. They are cancerous to your health. They're like the plague. Because people love to drag you down. Negative people love to drag you down in the mud and squalor in the mud with them because they're miserable. You want to be miserable? Well, keep doing things that stress you. You want to be happy? Do the things that are making you happy. I've been living in the last 5 years in the most wonderful places. Places like Sharm el-Sheikh, Belize, Flores, Antigua, that people save a lifetime or years to visit so they can have 2 weeks of stressless life. Vacations? I didn't even write that down. But vacations are so stressful for people that they're going to miss the train, the plane, the boat. The hotel room's not going to be ready. They stress everything. That's negative shit. That's going to make the vacation not a vacation. Make a vacation from hell. They're stressing it's going to rain. Hell, I love the rain. It's raining now. It's did I stress? It looked like it was going to rain today. So I went shopping. It takes me 15 minutes to walk to the market, 15 back. You get a half hour exercise. And the other exercise is cooking. And the other exercise is eating. But did I stress that it's going to rain? No. You know what I did? I took an umbrella. Now, there have been times when I didn't take an umbrella and I got not only wet, I got drenched. Big deal. It's water. It's freaking water. Clothes dry out. Skin dries out. You don't melt, except for the Wicked Witch of the West. Is that a tongue twister? You don't melt with water dropping on you. You get home. get a towel, you dry off. Now, if you're thinking, oh, I'm going to catch a cold because it's raining, yeah, you're probably going to catch a cold because it's raining. Because you're thinking, you're manifesting a cold and sickness. You manifest sickness in your head, and you can get rid of sickness in your head. There's been proven cases of people with their mind have cured their disability, their broken spine, their broken neck. Proof the mind has done this. You know, with your mind, you can say I'm a piece of shit and look in the mirror and think negative things and die. You can say I want to die, body will shut down. But I don't, hopefully you don't want to die. And if you want to die, give me a call. Plus 502-553-1892. And I'll talk you out of it, because I have a lot of friends that died. I have 3 sets of parents that died. You know, death may or may not be final. But I mean, worst case scenario, you lose your job, your wife hates you because you worked too hard or didn't work hard enough. Kids hate you for the same reasons. You lost your mortgage. Everything went to shit, right? Walk out on the curb. This is a great solution. It works every time. Walk out on the curb with nothing but backpack or a little suitcase or clothes on your back. Put your thumb out and hitchhike. See where it takes you. You'd be surprised. People put you up. People will befriend you as long as you're kind. Make a conversation during the ride. You know, I hitchhiked to many countries that didn't speak English, and I still talk to them. You know, sign language. I speak sign language a little bit. You should learn how to say that, by the way. Speak a little bit of every language. I, thumb to the chest, with your finger out like this. I speak sign language. To say that to someone who's deaf is very, very kind. They're going to appreciate it. Be kind to everyone you meet and greet. Smile and at everyone you see. And say, que tengas un día fantástico in Spanish. Say, have a fantastic day in English. Say, okay, I was thinking the other languages I know. I'm working on English still. I hope you enjoyed this session, this session on stress. I hope you take it and watch it again and share it. Like, subscribe. This is important for a lot of people, maybe not you. I can't believe you watched it this long. Tune in Mondays for the new episode of The Complete Guide to Happiness. I've got lots of I always put a cooking episode. I got lots of cooking episodes, lots of fantastic stuff on this channel. Of course, my motivational quotes are on Instagram, on TikTok, on X, on Facebook, on LinkedIn. I'm just trying to make the world a better place, trying to save your planet from the insanity of humanity. Have a fantastic day, week, night, whatever time you're watching this. If this is in the year 2032, you know, it's still good advice. Bye-bye, everyone.